Alright, so I'm gonna get back to the Hesperides of Love and Hate World Quest. And I'm a dummy. That's all it was. That's all it was. And then this will make you feel just as dumb. But I never made the item, so I mean that's fair. Wait, did I build the wrong thing? I did build the wrong thing. What is supposed to be this one? This one... Merc.
To be sniffed at.
Nope, they stopped me. Ah, it's kind of annoying, but it is what it is. Alright, I guess I'm gonna do the resting thing. Should we wait here until fighting starts? Alright, let's do that. Exhaustion seems to have finally caught up with you. You and Paimon curl up together on the sofa, drifting into a light doze. Then, somewhere between sleep and waking, 8 faint chimes ring out. Oh, it looks like it's time. Everyone's head toward the assembly hall. We better catch up. Will they stop me from going to the other place? No. Dang it.
following me. Behold!
Oh, I see what it is. Okay. This looks like that one.
Not to be sniffed at. Oh.
We got some time. There is a dude blocking the way. Oh. You are a special. I will worry about you another time. Let's backtrack a bit and see what I can do. Probably can't go anywhere past this guy. Yep. Same thing for you. Yep. Your souls are already in the way. Please go on in. There's no need to be anywhere else. Go up. Okay. Stop falling asleep while playing. Pamela's starting to feel a little nervous. It's like the chicken mushroom skewer she had this morning is dancing around her stomach. Ugh. Pamela wonders what Pavlina, the princess of whatever, is like, and what kind of person the groom is, too. If Aglia's story is anything to go by, Pavlina's sounds completely enchanted with him. Humans even tried to steal him away. He must be some once-in-a-lifetime heartthrob. Oh, and then there's Ikor. He doesn't seem to be here either. Come to think of it, what was he doing in this mission in the first place? The Princess of Snagaraka has to be connected to all this somehow. Paimon was thinking the same thing, but today is supposed to be a happy occasion, and everyone's here to offer her their blessings. If we catch her in a good mood, maybe she'll let a clue slip or two. I have my doubts, Miss Paimon. Still, I agree. This is a good chance to gather close up and gather clues close up. Pavlina! Pavlina! Whoa, where did she come from? She's the mistress of this place. A trick like that is child's play for her. But no, how did she... What have you found out? I sense that she carries a piece of my body's power in her life form. How is that even possible? Huh? It is a special day. We were people that no one ever blessed or cared for. But that changes now. Love is what truly finds the soul. We were born without souls, so we chased after love because we longed to have one. We live for love and will live because of love. Yes, human love is what gives us soul. It is what allows us to become beings in our own right. But the humans who share their souls with us, they can be such terrible predators who end up forcing us to live by the rules of their fickle love. Yes, I know I'm falling asleep. Larissa once stood here too. You also betrayal with your own eyes. Treachery so vile it cost her life, her soul and her life. But her death brought no shame upon us. On the contrary, it was something to be proud of, for provided that nobility was also always part of her nature. Nonetheless, her passing was a great loss for us. For those, there was no Sagnaraka more pure-minded than Larissa. Pavlina, though, during her time at Evergamir, perhaps even before then, she had already been tainted by human ways. That would probably explain why she sees things this way. It's sort of an idea only a human could have. Even Pavlina herself does not realize it. Looks like not everyone agrees with her. Actually, what Paimon really wants to know is that going to be your speech at the wedding? It sure doesn't sound like one. Her wrongful death will be the final page in our kind's tragic chapter. The new beginning granted to us by the gods shall now arrive, and from this day forward, our soulless past shall finally come to an end. You never knew the truth, and there is no need for you to know. For this day to come, a sacrifice had already been made some time ago. Huh? What's happening? It feels like the air in the room has changed all of a sudden. Come to us, soul water, born of the gods and made for the gods. Come to us, Ikor. Come offer yourself up for our sake. That's what happened to him. Wait, he's the groom? Hey, Ikor! He can't seem to hear Paimon. What's wrong with him? Did someone do this to him? Or is it that shackle? We have to do something, Traveler. Paimon's feeling this ritual isn't the wedding we thought it was going to be. I'm afraid you're right. However, the Shinaraka princess came to possess that fragment of power before. She must have found a way to claim the rest of it now. She wants to defy the natural order and give those under her protection souls, but she would never be able to do that by herself alone. And that is where that power comes in. Then we must do something now. She's going to take him. Say it, Kor. Do you promise to give us what we've been wishing for? Yes, I do. I object to this union. Ashkina. Though I do not know how you managed to escape that inescapable prison, but you were not invited to today's proceedings. Yes, you already told me that earlier today. With not a trace of kindness left for an old colleague. How sad. But you and I both know I have every right to be here, as an uninvited guest. Stop it. Why keep on fighting when you know it won't change anything? You know you won't win, not even now. I know. Ah, shit. Cheap little trick. All that will do is buy you a little time. The clock strikes again, and cold voice whispers in your ear. No, it isn't the first time you've heard something like this before. In that voice, you hear a soul taking shape, polished by countless trials until it slowly grows to be more beautiful. That is, if pain, too, could be called beautiful. In that same voice, you hear a soul taking form, growing ever more magnificent as it undergoes an endless process of transcendence. That is, if distortion, too, could be called magnificent. Each time brings greater pain than the last. Each time brings you closer to the thing you've been longing for. And yet, the mouth opens and slowly closes again. It is too late. No words can stop what has already begun. After all, that wish matters more than anything now. Yes, the clock strikes again, so let's begin once more. You say you know you've heard these words before. Mine, ours. This endless wedding of ours. What just happened? Traveler! Traveler! Woo, there you are. Did the bell wake you? You were completely out. Is the bed here really that comfy? I think I had a dream. No wonder. You were asleep for a long time. Paimon's been keeping watch the whole time. Or a while. Was it a nice dream or a scary one? Actually, never mind. Tell Paimon later. Now's not really the time. Do you remember what happened earlier? We came to the house of Hesperides for a wedding. But that ritual wasn't a wedding at all. That towering princess of the Shagnaraka, Pavlina, she nearly killed Ikor. Paimon knows that Ikor isn't really human, strictly speaking. He's just a fragment of the power that originally belonged to Goggles. But even so, compassion is something to be respected, Miss Paimon. They've been carrying out this ritual again and again. Is that what was happening? So that's why you saw what you saw in your dream. Traveler, please stay calm. This is to be expected. Pavlina is Fae, after all. She couldn't draw all the power from my body fragment at once. So she has to do it bit by bit, through the ritual again and again. That's what the Shevnarak's ritual is. They take the soul from someone they love to make themselves whole. Shegnagavik are Fae created without flesh and blood, and thus their souls are incomplete. Shinaraphic are Fae born for love. Rather, they are Fae who can only become whole through love, by taking another's soul. That is why so many love stories centered on Shevnak end in tragedy. How could that happen? Thank goodness. Actually, thank goodness Goggles was there. We never would have made it out of that wedding without him. Thanks, Goggles. When Pavlina cast her spell, Goggles was the one who protected us and brought us here, somewhere safe. While you were asleep, Paimon did some poking around. Looks like someone named Mishkin used to live here. Didn't Aglia mention him when she first welcomed us? Okay. I'm not going to be reading all this. Or at least I will, but I'm not going to read it out loud. I'm not going to bother looking through the rest of the stuff. Hello? Hello? She's gone. Take Goggles' fragments one by one? What does she even mean? Does she know that Pavlina has some of Goggles' powers too? She may have something else up her sleeves too. Yeah, better take what she says with a huge rock of salt. But what should we do now? Hey, you know what? This is about Goggles. We should ask what he wants. I think maybe we should gather at least some of the power that has been split up and try to make him as complete as possible. Then we can take it all back. This may sound a little ironic, but my wish for, is for the fragments, incomplete as they are, to be as whole as possible. It's just like how the Sheknaraka princess must have decided to perform the ritual because she wanted to help her people become more whole. And that is something I can understand and emphasize with, to some degree. How can you feel for her? She was gonna gobble you up piece by piece just to get what she wanted. Paimon can share her food or Mara with other folks, no problem. But if you want Paimon to hand over an arm or a leg, or even Paimon's hair, actually hair seems alright, especially if it's just a few strands. Anyway, that's not the point. It doesn't matter what the other person's reasons are. This is something Paimon needs to think over very carefully. The Paimon probably won't say yes anyway, so to be honest. Yes, it's not good to over-deplete yourself for the sake of others. You are right, but that aside, there is another reason we must reclaim him whole. Another reason? And what would that be? That you don't need to know, Paimon. Huh? Are the two of you keeping something from Paimon? Paimon's not talking about secret snack stashes or anything like that. We should get moving. I have marked the fragment locations. Let's go, before the clock strikes 8. Okay. Just gonna click some things. Why? Okay. Apparently it was crooked. Aha. Will you let me rotate you? Yep, I figured. Who are you people, and what are you doing in this room? You must... Oh, you must be Aglia. We've already shown our invite earlier. Is that so? But how do you know my name? Ah, you must have heard it from the others. Alright then, I'm guessing someone has already told you about the do's and don'ts around here. But this room is also off limits. This isn't a room for ordinary guests. The ritual will begin when the clock strikes 8 times. I wish both of you a most pleasant and unforgettable day here at the House of Hesperides. The way she was acting, it was like she had never met us before. That's weird. Is it because everything has restarted? Probably. Alright, so it doesn't look like anybody will be stopping me now. I'm gonna go ahead and get this waypoint. How come I never noticed this waypoint before? I did the statues. Well, that's weird. Alright, so that's going to be the end of the segment of Hesperides of Love and Hate, and I'll see you guys later.